Welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry for not putting videos over a couple of periods. So the reason behind was simply that I was really busy with my university course and curriculum, so I could not find spare time to create videos for YouTube, especially for C++ and following for Python. And I have today thought of starting the channel back again and starting off with a new playlist for this following book, which is Cracking the Coding Interview. I have been in love with this book for over the past 6 to 8 months. It really helped me over my data structures and algorithms course. This book really gives you a good insight of actually what the coding interviews are, what is being asked, and how you need to perform in a following situation. And it usually brings you to the most optimal solution. As first you see the question, you write your answer, and then when you see the author's answer, you get to know your flaws that your own code has. So the book follows a very straightforward structure. It has a brief it has a brief intro about the interview process, the behind the scenes, the situations, and etc. etc. And then it directly moves on to the following interview questions for each of the following chapters, starting off with arrays and strings. Then it touches linked lists, tags and queues, and ends up till the hard problems, even for Java and different languages. And then it also has solutions for each of the following chapter. So we would be generally, what I would be doing, an approach to this book would be that I would be going through each of the following question in each problem in each chapter, and then writing up the solution what I think would work for the following, and then you guys should comment and then you guys should comment down in the comment box that what improvements would be made to make the most optimal solution, and the most optimal solution would then be accepted by the majority in the comment section, and we can have a poll for it too. So starting off with the first chapter, which is arrays and strings, it introduces a bit about hash tables from the idea of arrays, and then it generally takes you about a bit of simple codes regarding arrays and strings. And then we come up to the first problem, which is unique, the problem number 1.1, and the title is unique. So what the question asks is that you need to implement an algorithm to determine if a string has all unique characters, and what if you cannot use additional data structures. So for the first part of the question, that we need to implement an algorithm to determine if a string has all unique characters, we generally want to see that for a string, if we are given a string, what how we could determine that if all the characters are unique in a string. So that generally would be to compare um, each index of the string with the next or the previous, to check that if it is equal to the previous, that if it is not equal to the previous index, the value on the previous index. So I have already created the folder for this specific section of book, and starting off with the first problem, I would name this file as isunique.cpp, and then over here we can simply comment at that write an algo to determine that a string has all unique characters. So starting off for the code for this specific problem. So generally our function's return type should be void, as we just have to return a statement that the string is unique or not. And I could name my function as check if unique, and we could pass it a string. We could name it as str, and then eventually run two for loops till the end of both of the strings, and check that each end is match for both of the following for loops. And if it matches, then the string would not be unique, and if it does not matches, that means the string would be unique. Yes, so the first for loop would be uh, from index I equals to 0 till the length of the string. That would be the end of the string, and we'll move forward. And then for the next for loop, we would use another variable j, and it would start from the incremented index from what ith index is, so that we get a clear idea that we are comparing two different indices. One previous one and the next one is the jth index. So generally it would be from till the end of the string, and then we would increment the jth index. So now if the ith index value is equals to the uh, jth index value, so what we can simply uh, print out to the user is that the string is not unique. Yeah, so and after that we can simply return. And then if the following statement does not hold true, and if all of the indices are not equal to the previous indices, so the the output of the code should be that the string is unique, and that would be our function for this problem. And now if we see for this, we should write a main function. I missed the R over here. Yeah, so now what we can do is that we should declare a string. We would name it as string s, and after that what we can do is that we would ask the user to enter a string, and then we would take in the input. And now what we can do is that we would simply pass the string to our function that we have created at check if unique, and we would pass the string s, and then we could simply just see like if our string is unique or not. So let's run the code. Yeah, so if we need to put a string that is not unique, for example, it would be a b c d e f g. Yeah, so generally it says that the string is unique. Yeah, so each element in the string is not repeated more than once, or yeah, so that's what the string is unique. And if we run it as on a string that is unique, for example a palindrome, we could see the string is not unique because b was repeated twice and a was repeated twice. So that would be it for the first video, and moreover in the next video I would be discussing the problem for 1.2, which would be to check permutation. Like if we are given two strings, we need to decide if one is permutation of the other string. It is a good and easy problem. So I would be hoping that you guys comment down the video, like, share, and subscribe the channel. And do tell me what other videos for C++ should I create except for this following playlist, which I would be following rigorously throughout this summer. And I eventually hope to start a Python series within this week too for the channel, so that you guys also know that Python is really popular these days, and especially in the area of data science and machine learning. So that's it from my side, guys. Do like, share, and subscribe.